大好きだ。男女どちらの体でも一日で君を虜にできる自信がある。断る。
何の騒ぎですの？
誠くんを口説いてただけ。
Yes, yes, yes. 𝐒𝐚𝐽𝐻i episode number 9, The Perverted Dragon. I knew that based on just the name alone of this episode, we were in for a ride. Now, obviously, when they say perverted dragon, I was crossing fingers and toes for some more Tomoe action, which we did get Tomoe this episode and Mio, so definitely appreciate that. But, here's the thing. I'm not a fan of them adding yet another character to the show, but I am a fan of them actually pushing the narrative forward for once. Because that's been my biggest pet peeve of the show, is I felt like the holistic narrative, and a lot of you have come at me in the comments, which, continue to do, because I like to talk about it. But a lot of you say, like, what narrative? What story? The story is Makoto against the goddess, Makoto in search of his parents or the origins of his parents, and Makoto finding a way back home. For whatever reason, we can argue that it's dumb. Like, what do you even have in that other world? What do you have in this other world? There's a lot of reasons for him not to go back. You've solidified a life here. You have two ladies who adore you and love you, who I think at this point Makoto can see himself feeling that way truly about them as well too. So we can go on and on of why he shouldn't find his way home. But hey, that's the thing that the person who created this said, that it's in Makoto's inherent want to go back to Japan. There's nothing waiting for him, but hey, again, that's neither here nor there. That's the thing that's driving him forward. It's driving him forward to get revenge on the goddess. It's driving him forward to learn more about his parents and his origins and how the hell they got to Japan, because it should be the other way around. And then the other part is him simply going back to Japan. So what episode number 9 did is it opened up that narrative, and it introduced this other dragon who's like a colorless dragon or something like that. I don't know. But a genderless dragon who was a woman. Now they're a man, and they got bored and they had a one-night stand, and they want to rock Makoto socks. But Tomoe and Mio obviously won't let that happen, as they shouldn't. And they're willing to transform once again for Makoto. But they introduced this dragon, and they introduced the plot line of there's a way to go back. It's a very slim chance. There's also a way that Makoto could choose to stay. He could choose to go. He could choose to go and stay. So basically, the dragon's hinting that something will happen, probably a death, that will trigger Makoto's powers or Makoto's ability to be able to travel between dimensions. And I think his main reason to go back is his parents. He misses his parents. But his reason to stay is what we talked about already. Tomoe, Mio, the people he loves and the people he has here and wants to protect, yada, 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 yada. So that makes sense. So they opened up a new potential avenue for him. Tomoe also opened up another potential avenue. Basically, that is that humans' lives are short. Unfortunately, it's true. All of us are going to live to be under 100 for the most part. Hopefully, we get to see 100, but depending what condition we see it in, we may not want to see it in, but whatever. Maybe there's a way, maybe there's a path forward if Makoto stays here between, his magic and his inherent abilities and blah, blah, blah. Maybe he could live beyond 100. Maybe he could live a young, thriving life a lot longer. Who knows how, but maybe Tomoe can find a way, because she seems pretty courageous and pretty determined to find that, because she wants to have him around for as long as possible, because she has enriched her life so much that she's willing to find that. So again, it's opening up all these paths. Then if we take, we go all the way back. We go all the way back to the, beginning or, start of the episode. I forget what his name is, but the little sword dude met with the other girl. And very long story short, the girl with the blue hair knew his mom. And maybe not on a personal level, but knew of his mom. And we found out that his dad was an aristocrat of some descent. And his mom was like a saintess or something. And apparently she got kicked out or whatever of their hometown. And later on, their hometown got demolished in a war 10 years ago, but they fled 14 years ago, and they were disowned and whatever, and that's what caused them to leave. How do they leave? How do they transcend dimensions? We don't know, but they were able to do so. Maybe dad knew how, maybe mom knew how. maybe they had a relationship with a different goddess or a different being or entity or something like that, but they were able to jump ship and peace out. But now he found more of his origin. So what I'm hoping that happens, and it's probably not gonna happen, well, actually it could happen this season. What I'm hoping that happens is I hope we have a I'm gonna bring another anime into this, so bear with me for 10 seconds because you might not know it. But Spirit Chronicle. Spirit Chronicle is a really cool, low budget, very entertaining isekai that I enjoyed. But in that show, the isekai dude finds his family in that world, and he has a grandma and has a cousin and has aristocratic descent, like emperitatic, or I don't even know the word is, but like, of kingly descent. So now circle back. I'm hoping that maybe Makoto finds his family. Like, maybe he has a uncle or an aunt or a cousin or cousins or grandparents like that are still alive in this world. Like, that'd be so cool for him to find his family in this world as well. So that's what I'm crossing fingers and hoping for. I think this episode has definitely broadened the different ways that it could go in. I hope that now that it's opened these paths, we don't just continue to be stuck in school and stuck as a merchant and stuck in this little bubble of what the show's been in for the last 8 episodes. I'm hoping that it expands and let's start going places. At least is what I'm hoping for this season. But regardless, this is what I wanted from this show. I love the twist. I love the turns. I love the Mio. I love the Tomoe action we got this episode. I like this one more dragon kind of thing. Even again, like I said, even if it is one more character, it's still a character that introduces all these different potentials that I really, really love. And he also was able to, bring in the other heroes with that too. And he's the one who runs the guild, and he's the one who set up the guild system. They also brought in the ability or the knowledge of a potential time paradox and how somebody traveled from modern Japan to old version of this world, and that's where their system came from. And there's so much that this opened up, which is really, really, really cool. So anyways, really enjoyed this episode. I loved it a lot. And I'm hoping that this now sets a precedent for like, let's go, And I hope the show doesn't continue to stagnate as it has the past, again, 8 weeks. It's been slow and not in a good way. So, all right, I'm going to see you guys next week. I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you then. Peace out, my friends.